Hello, everyone. We are back with another podcast episode. I'm your host, Ezekiel. Once again with Malachi. Just gonna talk about
Yo,
YuuShou and Spirit Chronicles because that's the only thing.
bro's gonna hear my voice in the episode and be like, "What? Who the fuck is this man? This is not."
But what do you call this? Those two are probably the only priorities right now since if I remember
Yeah,
correctly, there's really nothing beyond this. Well, I guess next month we'll get the official translation for Volume 23 of Spirit Chronicles.
yeah.
We might also, we'll, I guess, also get the, if I remember correctly, 8.5 of Tenji-sama. I assumed it will be translated by then since it's it's the short stories, and I assume it's already translated by the people who translated Volume 8 and all. So yeah. Okay. This is basically a follow-up to my YuuShou review, I guess, or YuuShou talk that we had I assume to be last episode because I have no idea in what order am I fucking editing this. So yeah, I guess the structure for this is that I want to go arc by arc. So should I start now?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm ready.
The first one is Kaito coming back to Trinea. I mean, what can I say? If I remember correctly, this was the arc where basically Shiro became the seventh lover, if I remember correctly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was after he went around and talked to people, said, "I'm back."
I'm back.
And then he went on a date with Shiro.
Yeah. And continuing this is the love song by the God of the End. Man, what can I say? Shiro. Okay.
Onto kawaii.
Shiro is just probably top 3 at this point in time. Probably, yeah. Shiro just, I didn't expect in 100 chapters to so I basically read 100 chapters after the main story. Shiro has developed so much as a person, so I'm glad to see that is the case. I don't remember the Valentine's Day arc. Oh yeah, Mother's Day as well. I assume this, if I remember correctly, this was about
It was
Noah.
Machina.
Oh yeah.
I think it was Machina.
I don't know if it's Machina or Noir, but if it's Machina, it was probably the chapter where the Kaito and Machina was traveling to a different ass planet on a date. And let's build a house. I remember the shenanigans in this arc were just Alice, where I realized Alice really does everything.
Alice just being Alice, you know?
Yeah. Responsible directly or indirectly for everything. I swear to God. Okay, housewarming party, that was that was fucking hilarious sometimes. Because I remember just making a party of the most powerful people in terms of influence and actual power. And this world, it's fucking hilarious. Especially when Shiro and Eden came up. Man.
Yeah.
And when it comes to illness, I'll talk about that later. After that is the I assume to be the fate arc where she's basically what you call this, getting closer to Kaito's parents, I assume. If I remember correctly, that was it, right?
Yep.
So yeah, like Fate and Shiro just develop a lot during these chapters, and I really love that. After that, it's Power for King. Oh, this was the arc where like Iris and Isis were like sparring because like why the fuck not testing your power in this new body and all. And this were I love like this chapter really just honestly, even after her arc, Isis just continues to improve as a character. I fucking love it. Like the intermission chapters
Yes.
with her, seeing her surrounded by more people, it just makes me more happy. Like I'm looking forward to seeing like who like the Pleiades are. Or like I don't mind like spoilers, but like are the Pleiades already mentioned like in the actual main story later on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as of right now, all 6 have been gathered.
Okay.
The intermissions are gathering them sort of kinda. But then there's a few like main story stuff that like mentions and like directly you see them getting some of the Pleiades like yeah.
Honestly, just Isis being more happy makes me happy. That's that's all we fucking want, right?
Yep.
And what you call this? After this is Anima's arc. Because
Yeah.
oh boy, oh fucking boy. You already know.
You were pissed.
Yes, I was pissed. Because what?
Illness didn't get an arc before Anima.
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
It makes it's like the reason I don't mind it as much is because the web novel is a lot more different. Like there's a lot more progression with Anima in the web novel.
Yeah.
And illness is also introduced a lot earlier in the light novel.
Yeah. Illness, I swear to if all like if I want to like change for the light novel just well you can't really change it since it's already in order. Anima's gonna be the eighth lover, whether I like it or not. But like, yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to figure that out for the author. But like, man, I wish illness was earlier because like you already know why. Like I read the light novels, I fucking love her. But I'll talk about that later because you already know. Okay, so when it comes to Anima, like, okay, I will say,
you have just under 500 chapters before you get to the last Pleiades introduction.
Okay, I honestly don't mind. They're basically like sub stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to Anima, like being a lover, like now I wouldn't mind it because like I didn't expect her to have a heroine power within her, like after she became a lover, like she. I love like even the confession, like it was really really cute and man I can see I can accept her being the eighth lover, but I'm still kind of pissed that illness. Yeah, it's just me dying inside at this point. So you may be wondering like why I only read like 100 chapters. If I could like I could have read like up to 1,000 by this point.
Just no time. Just not enough time. I have not all the fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, just real life stuff catching up to me. And I'm still recovering from shit, so I'm barely like reading shit. As much as I like it or not, I have to do it for like school activities. But like, yeah, that's besides the point. When it comes to when it comes to Anima, like I said, I really don't mind it. But like I'm somewhat pissed. But like, yeah. Let's go with something peak. The next arc after this was the Machina arc. You already know.
Yeah.
So Machina's backstory. Alice, Machina, holy motherfucking shit. It was peak fiction. Peak. Machina just ironically became one of my favorite characters after this in YuuShou. I didn't expect her to be like go so hard, like go off the rails. But like she somehow did, and I fucking love her now.
Yep.
I can't say shit, but like because I can't really describe like, but like man, just seeing her and Alice interacting is so fun, and like when it comes to like the climax of the arc, man, it was so fucking perfection, to be honest. So peak.
Nice.
And after that is the current arc that I'm currently stuck in, which is the start of Beach Swimming with Lovers. Once again, I wouldn't expect it to have like a bigger page count than the actual final arc of the main story, but like according to
Oh
you,
no, I checked you. It's like 50. It's like 50 something chapters.
okay, it's about,
So it's almost equal.
Yeah.
It's almost equal in length.
but like still, how how is beyond fucking me. I'll find out once I read more, but like the final thing about this YuuShou section is that illness. I fucking love illness. Okay, if I had the rankings now, it would be Isis. No. Alice, Isis, illness, Shiro, and Kuro. Because like illness, very high heroine power, and I stopped at chapter 777, and holy fucking Christ, I fucking love it. I fucking love to see it. It's basically a chapter that's set in the future where the two are actually fucking lovers. You saw my reaction.
The one you just read?
Yeah. Seven.
Illness chapter. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, because I want to.
Do it.
It's basically a dream come true for me.
Peak.
It's peak. It's actually peak. As someone who has fallen in love with illness, like ever since I read the light novels, and she was introduced earlier, appears here and there, and like seeing their like date, like if I volume 11, if I remember correctly, that was the cover where she was in, like with the roses, the date with the roses. Those feelings of hers were hidden, like about the roses, the language of the roses. Those feelings were hidden up to that point. But this chapter, she fucking said it to Kaito, and I can't fucking if you for those of you who don't know, I basically screamed internally and squealed. Actually, I think you heard it, right, Malachi? Like I just man, it was so fucking good. I fucking love it. I love to see it. I love to see it. So yeah. Illness, can't wait for your arc, even though it might take 1,000 chapters. I don't fucking care. Once we get it, it would all be worth it. Life would all be fucking worth it when reading this fucking novel. So yeah, I'm not really gonna expect much for YuuShou. It's good. I guess it's just gonna be like a casual read. Maybe like next month, I might read like another 100 chapters or so. But yeah, it's just gonna be one of those casual reads. For me. So yeah, fucking love YuuShou, man. I understand your wish.
Peak.
Yeah, it's really a speak. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Mind saying it, Malachi?
Can I say something first?
But
It pains me to say that Taka Trash was actually good in this volume. Like, as much of an insufferable cunt he is,
yes,
like, you're probably gonna have to bleep that, by the way.
yeah.
this is the one volume that I've liked his character.
Same. If you're not gonna say it, I'm just gonna say it. We'll be talking about Spirit Chronicles Volume 24. So we're basing off the wiki once again, the wiki summary. Thank God for those who worked on it, because goddamn, I respect the dedication. 2 weeks.
Yep.
2 weeks, and it's a very
Yep.
detailed summary. So I'm very happy about that. Once again, thank you to the wiki motherfuckers on there. Honestly, thank
Go
you.
to summary.
Yeah.
I feel like we need, before we talk about like Rio and Sora's journey, we need to talk about some of the characters that we met this volume.
Yeah.
Specifically, the 2 new girls that have appeared.
First should we talk about Ellie first or Julia?
I think we talk about Julia first.
Okay, Julia.
So I know, just off the bat, I know it's suspension bridge effect, and she is also blind, or delusion, I should say.
Yeah.
If she knew what he did, I have a feeling she would not like him as much as she does.
Yeah. Because like, as someone who basically read his basically history up to that point, we fucking despise that motherfucker. That's why we call him Taka Trash.
Yeah, he's a bad person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he thinks he's right. Like, he is the textbook Koki. He's just like a step above Koki in the fact that he refuses to see any other's perspective.
Yeah.
But his own.
Like unlike.
But he takes it to a more extreme.
Yeah, and unlike Koki, even later on, if I remember correctly, I read some stuff that Koki basically changed his perspective. Like, he allows other perspectives now. It's mostly due to like the after volume 12. I don't know, volume 13. Yeah, like at the end, where he basically got his ass whooped extremely. So yeah, when it comes to Taka Trash, like what we said before, we fucking despise that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And this is like the only volume where I actually fucking rooted for him. Like I genuinely rooted for him.
I genuinely went, you get that girl back.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I read it.
Yeah.
And that is something that would never have come out of my mouth.
Exactly.
Even though I still despise the motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's still a despicable human being.
But still, are you ready to say what you're about to say?
He's like half transcendent already.
Yeah.
Like, he's starting to remember events that should not be possible to have remembered.
And his awakening. You can say like I said before, with you, like after we had a conversation about like the just after we finished like the wiki summary, I basically said basically his awakening is not like Erica's. Erica's.
Yeah, it's not like Erica, because it's still very vague as if he died or not, like actually died.
Yeah.
Because we saw like whenever his quote unquote dead corpse was being transferred, it was like showing some weird healing factor to it. So,
and like
it's like, unless he died so quickly and then awoke so quickly, that his healing just like took over, and then I don't know.
Yeah. And like when it comes to what you call this, to Taka Trash, his awakening is more of, like I said, a reality check.
Although it's like half good, half bad. He now believes that whoever he's like, he turned from Koki to post book like before he met Yui, not Hajime.
Yeah.
Like, he went from, no, killing is not good, everybody should have a chance, my way is the right way, to fuck it, kill everybody.
Yeah. Like at this point, the progression seems natural for him. Would you think?
Yeah, I guess it's what I hope doesn't happen is a progression between Julia and Takatrash.
Yeah, but like what you said, like since you're not gonna say it, you said to me that he fell in love with his one night stand. He fell in love with his fucking
Oh yeah, he fell in love with his one night stand
man.
because at his lowest, right after he killed somebody,
Yeah.
some woman said, "I'm gonna fuck you up."
Man.
Not literally, but like.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, when it comes to Julia, so somewhat I felt pity, somewhat I felt disgust. Like, yeah, she's basically a character that's. Would you say she's a plot device?
Yeah, Julia is a plot device,
So
which I do not like.
yeah,
But her character is good-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
as a plot device, I'm just gonna I guess we'll just see how she progresses as a character, especially if ever she encounters like either Rio and Sora or the girls in the mansion. We would just expect to see more of her character, especially like I'm really expecting to see like if there's ever an encounter between her and Rio or the girls in the mansion,
Oh yeah.
because like they can potentially like say things about like what Takatrash used to be and all. But yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
and I wonder.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a rude awakening, a cruel awakening.
Yeah.
Once she finds out what exactly Takatrash. You can't use his name. Takatrash
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing her reaction whenever it happens. I think it would be inevitable.
Yeah,
Right?
and it's gonna be inevitable. It's either gonna be it's. I think it's less likely for that to happen. I think it's more likely for Takatrash to activate one of the rules, and then everybody forgets him.
Yeah. But like
For some reason, that's like that's what I find more.
but yeah,
Yeah.
okay, let's what do you call this? Should we focus on I would say just leave Takatrash and future speculation for last. Would you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Rio and can we talk about
Who the fuck is Race? Like, brother, the odds of him being like an actual like transcendental is much more likely after this volume.
yeah.
And what's the little girl that calls him a Nichan?
Ellie.
Nichan.
Ellie.
Ellie.
Yeah.
She's either his disciple or another transcendental. That's what I figure.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess no, we should talk about Ellie once we talked about after Rio and Sarah. But like when it comes to Rice,
Yeah.
when it comes to Rice, oh my god, he is a headache of a problem. Sometimes I can understand what Rio is feeling right now whenever he's encountering like Rice, because like holy fucking hell.
It feels like it. See, look, we think of him as the villain of the series,
Yeah.
but as of right now, it doesn't feel like he's the villain.
Yeah,
Like, it feels like something else is happening.
exactly. Like Rice is
Like,
uh,
I don't know how to describe it.
for me, like at this point, he's not a villain, but like more like he's just doing his own thing, but like Rio
Yeah,
is getting in the way of said thing, and that's why
yeah. Like, he's definitely an antagonist,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's like the main villain.
yeah. But like it would be cool to have it like as a main villain, because like at this point, like
Yeah, it would be.
Rice is potentially one of the best antagonists in fiction for me.
Yep.
Assuming the author cooks to the very end and does not fumble with his character.
Don't burn your food.
But yeah, Rice, he's someone with a lot of fucking mystery. He's basically Pandora's box. Like, that's...
Yeah, it's like fucking... Bro went to collect golems that had the power, like almost equal power to a transcendental. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, like, that motherfucker is just... I have no idea. Like, genuinely, do you have any idea of what he's planning? Like, his actual goals?
No.
Yeah, like, it's
definitely he's not trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
It's like he's preparing for something.
Yeah. He's preparing for something. And it's really interesting now, considering, like, since Rio is involved in this entire thing, so eventually they'll have another encounter, which unlike Volume 22, if I remember correctly, that's where he whooped like the other hero's ass, the ice hero. Like, if I remember correctly, that they met there, right?
Rio said that Race like looked like or seemed as if he didn't remember him, but he wasn't sure.
Yeah, like he has an idea that he could be faking it, but like that might be different next time.
And now Rio is like hella suspicious of fucking Ellie.
Yeah. So when it comes to Rice, like, we'll talk about that in the speculation bit, but like for now, let's talk about Rio and Sora at this point in time.
Yeah.
So they are wandering through the dungeon. They can't find the 12th floor that exists, but like they can't open it.
Yeah, there's something with that. Like I think like the owner of the dungeon or like somebody needs to have like give permission for them to access it or some shit.
Like they didn't say it, right? Like the owner. They basically just said like there's a way for for it to open, like they need permission or something. Like, yeah.
I don't know about the owner, but the master, they said.
Yeah. So
or at least the current master of the dungeon.
When it comes to Rio and Sora, we didn't really like see much of them. Like I said,
not really, but what we did see, it was good.
Yeah, but like I said to you in our conversations, like after like we read the wiki summary, I basically said he is a setup character this volume.
Yep.
And I honestly, would you say it was for the benefit or not?
I think it was.
Okay.
Even being the main character of the series, there are a lot of series that have POVs from other characters for the entire volume, and not like, and then like at the end or like in the middle, you'll see the main character be involved.
Yeah,
there are quite a few series like that.
I understand from a setup perspective, but like, I hope that basically this volume, Rio and Sora haven't done much, and I hope for them to like
they're investigating the rules.
Yeah. And they haven't done much aside from like talking with Ellie, which
I'm being super suspicious about.
Yeah. Okay, we can talk about Ellie now since basically
it's hand in hand.
Yeah. Everything that Rio and Sora did, most of it involves Ellie. Because like Ellie she is a mysterious character. She can either be a disciple, someone we actually don't know so far. She's an interesting character. Like compared to Julia, she's a very interesting character that I am just baffled whenever
And there's a lot of plot for her, and I really hope like one of two things I figure will happen to her character. We'll get to that later, but like it's like one of two things could happen, and they are like exact opposites.
Yeah. I'm already getting fucking tired after just saying this, but like basically when it comes to Ellie, she's an interesting character, and the more we seen and hear something about her, the more mysteries just piled up. Like, she's interacting with Rice in one scene, she's interacting with Rio on another scene.
Fenris Nichan.
Even if they talk about like simple things, like for example, like even like finding a restaurant, even this like adds to her mysterious character. She's essentially old. We know that, right? Like when she asked for,
Oh yeah, she's at least 1,000.
yeah. Remember when she basically asked for a meal and the owner said, "Oh, it's not named like that
Yeah,
anymore."
that's yeah.
Nah, like you can easily tell she is very old. Like that's where like either she's a disciple of a transcendental. Like that's the main theory. That this also makes things more complicated. The fact that she also interacts with Rice, and is Rice a transcendental? But like, oh my fucking, like my
Your voice just clipped.
yeah, my fucking voice is just holy mother. I can't. Too much. My brain is malfunctioning right now.
Brain hurts when we talk about Rice.
Yeah, especially with Ellie now. She makes things about Rice worse to think about. Like we literally can talk about her, but we can't convey it because like she is too mysterious of a character. And that's, I think, is excellent writing for the author, because like there's something more about her that we are gonna look forward to in like volume 25, 26, 27, 28, in basically the future volumes. Okay, I'm thinking after Talk Trash we talk about the epilogue.
Yeah.
Okay, so Talk Trash. Like we said before,
Is this speculation?
no, like we talk about Talk Trash's character in this volume, then after that is the epilogue, then speculation.
Gotcha.
Okay, so when it comes to Talk Trash, we already said before that like this is the only chapter where we actually felt sympathy. We actually fucking liked him as a character, but still, he's still a fucking cunt at the end of the day.
Yep.
To be fair, we are forced to like feel that way because like, what do you call this, the ones who owns Julia is just feel like it's more disgusting. Yeah, that's the right word. They are more disgusting human beings. Like, would you think?
Yep.
So, for context,
So slavery. Okay, this is going to be like a very random connection to what's been going on with Twitter lately. Slavery. Yeah. The way it's portrayed is very important in storytelling, and it really depends on the series and the perspectives that the characters that encounter slavery have. This volume did an absolutely amazing job of catering the modern everything I say must go people on Twitter and their view on slavery.
Yeah. But like
in the outlet of Talk Trash.
Yeah. So when it comes to Spirit Chronicles, because we already know the would you say controversy regarding like that other isekai series, but yeah, I don't want to talk about that as much of a fan I am.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dabble into it because it's just like it's a dumb argument.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spend my time wasting on stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. Anyways, let's just remove that shit from the equation. How it's handled in Spirit Chronicles is that it's handled in a dark way. Like it's handled as something immoral, disgusting, and all of the above.
Yep.
And man, just seeing Zakatrash, like that's why we felt bad for him. Like we already know, like he got fucking incinerated.
Yep.
Incinerated while
Bro literally got put into a magic power generator.
Yeah, and after that he got incinerated. He gets regenerated. Like I actually felt bad for him. And like imagine like just burning to death and just this power of yours just helping you regenerate piece by piece. It's like imagining like you know Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
You know up to episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Okay, so spoilers for for Star Wars, but like I would make the connection between the Anakin fight with Takatrash. Like remember like the Anakin just burning?
Yep.
And like and after that he basically got turned into, you already know, Darth Vader. So
Yep.
so it's the same with Takatrash, but like unlike Anakin, this was in real time. So
Yep.
while he's getting burned to death, he's basically get regenerated, and I can like I actually like felt bad for him. And just the shit that he had to go through with like this with those owners and like Julia and all. Like I can understand his actions, but like you're still a cunt, bro, at the end of the day. He was very good this volume. But I doubt he's gonna be very good in future volumes, because like I assume the next time we meet him he's gonna get his ass kicked by Rio.
Yep.
And yeah, you can see like the parallels between him and Erica, but like their approaches are different. When it comes to Erica, it's just feud on just having like a world, her ideal world, while Takatrash is basically on a Hajime spree, as you said earlier, post Hajime meeting you is spree.
Free.
So yeah.
Yeah.
He basically says, fuck everything. I'm just gonna, if anyone stands in my way, I'll fucking kill you. Like, that's his mentality now. And what after this volume, I can understand. And honestly, just Takatrash overall, he actually made me interested at this guy, at his character moving forward. Like, you know he's gonna lose someday, but like, I mean, at least it would be an entertaining fight, because like he's somewhat awakened now, rather. So yeah. Yeah, okay, we should talk about the epilogue next.
Yes.
Basically, I would put out like the thing about there's something that Ellie is about to say to Rio and Sora, but that's the cliffhanger for this volume, and we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that once volume 25 comes out, which is gonna be a while.
Yeah.
Like I said, 2024. I swear to God.
It better be like fucking January.
Yeah, January or February. If it's March, I
can't handle February.
Why?
I want that shit now.
Yeah, I have to. Oh man, 2024 is. I hope like next volume is gonna be packed, like absolutely packed with content. The reason why he takes his time is that, did you notice like we said earlier, like the difference between like the earlier volumes and the later volumes? Like back then
I don't know.
Like back then it was like 100 to 150 pages.
Yeah, now we got like 200 to 300.
Yeah. You wouldn't expect that for Spirit Chronicles, but like yeah, we now have like those things, and in turn we get longer spans of releases, which is very frustrating to say the least because like we fucking love this story, but like we understand it. He can cook as much time as he wants because like if he delivers to the very end, we know it's gonna be worth it. We know it's gonna be in our top 5s, top 10s, etc., etc. And yeah.
Yep.
So with the cliffhanger thing cliffhanger thing regarding the Ellie thing out of the way, let's talk about Miharu. And
Bro, what the fuck?
man, what can you say about that epilogue, brother?
Bro, I don't even know. It's like, holy shit. It's relative to like the meeting between Ellie and Rio at the end,
Yeah.
but it's not like so big.
Yeah.
So it's like, while talking to Ellie, Rio and Sora disappeared. Like straight up vanished.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can only speculate that they appeared up to where what's happening with Miharu because
I assume so.
right after Taka Trash burned down the brothel, there was this large energy that like took over. It's definitely Race. It's definitely Reese doing something, trying to wipe out the people at the mansion. What it is, I don't know. But Aisha even came out and be like, "Hey, you guys gotta fucking run."
Because
and then like Miharu doesn't start running, and like Celia and Aisha are looking at her like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then Miharu utters like a possession chant that she shouldn't have known. Let me find it.
I'm just gonna
hold on. Let me see.
No. I can say it right now if you want.
Yeah, say it.
Okay. Celia urges Miharu to come in quickly and panic, but my for fuck's sake, I'm making the mistake.
Miharu.
Okay, you got me.
Did I say it too? I don't remember.
Yes, you said it earlier in the earlier episodes.
I know I said it earlier in the episode. I was talking about like just a few seconds ago. Did I say that?
No. It was actually me this time, but Miharu doesn't listen. But like Miharu doesn't listen at all and just looks dumbfoundedly at the sky. Seiya asks herself what is happening to Miharu while running towards her, and then she listens to Miharu chant a spell called possession. Seiya doubted her ears. What was that chant? Why? How? Then while Seiya was making herself all those asking herself all those questions, Miharu chanted the new spell. Type 7 Heaven Alter Ego Mode 7th Wise God Hero Imitation Spell Revise. So what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yep.
What?
Now, I really hope this is gonna get into like speculation territory.
Yeah, we can go there now since we're done with the epilogue.
Yep. I really hope that this imitation spell has the similar effect as like the actual hero summoning spell.
I assume so.
Or a similar effect, as in like it puts the title of hero with a divine arms or something to that effect onto Rio. But that's not possible because the 6 wise gods used the 6 elemental beings to do that. So I wonder what this spell will do. Yeah. So it's like, what does this spell do aside from just like summon Rio and Sora?
Yeah, I assume so.
To the area.
Yeah, like
because like there's got to be something else, because like even earlier in the volume when this shadow that Miharu was seeing in her dream
Oh.
like was talking to Miharu, she was like, I can't interfere, that will go against the rules. And then what did she just do? She interfered.
Would you assume like the voice was Lena? Would you say that, or
I would think so. I think now I think that Aisha is the powers or the dormant body of Lena, and Miharu is like the soul and the mind.
yeah? I'd say Miharu's the mind, the soul is Lena. So when it comes to Lena, she did say that since she made the wrong choice, the future is diverging to something unknown to us, or unknown to her specifically, and I assume she interfered.
Well, that was made clear. That as Ellie, as Rio disappeared, she was like, the future. This future was foreseen. Like this specific one was foreseen.
Yeah. But like I assume that
the next volume preview, yes. Then I will correct that future, the future that diverged, is the quote.
I wonder, but like let's just focus on the Miharu thing first. But like when it comes to Lena, I assume she interfered because the future is diverging to her expected route. I assume that the one who says, then I will correct the future that diverge is either Lena, or it could possibly even be Rice or Ellie. But like most likely it's Lena. Since
I would highly doubt it's Rice.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, because it doesn't seem like he can see the future. It just looks like he can predict and like read people well.
What will happen, like, since we have like the same prediction that the imitation spell is basically a hero summoning that essentially gave transported Rio and Sora in that place. Do you think he will get a power up like similar to the Divine Arms?
I would think so. So I'm gonna base this on something that I'm just now seeing. Next volume is called Watashi Tachi no Eiyu, or as the translation in the wiki says, our hero. So I wonder who this is talking about, because I said this whenever I finished reading, like, what could this be talking about? But now, like, having a few days to think about it and like speculate that the summoning spell could be similar to the hero things that happened. Rio might become a hero in the true sense.
Yeah. Watashi tachi no iyu. When it comes to the translation, it's very literal. Like as basically you fucking know me as someone like I'm too lazy to like at the moment, like I'm too lazy to basically read Japanese, but like watashi tachi no iyu talagang what you call this, it's really like translated as our hero, specifically as our hero. So when it comes to the translation, we would assume it's Rio, like most likely. Like the start of maybe the start of the prologue, it would be something mysterious. Then chapter 1, we would see so Rio just countering that attack, or basically that force of the Taka Trash attack. Essentially, he would do it voluntarily. Admittedly enough, since of course, like that's the people he cares about. Like, who to summon better than Rio? What can you say? Any other speculation like beyond this?
I want to talk about my theory with Ellie.
Okay.
So I foresee two possible outcomes with her character. One involves betrayal, and the other involves like what is most likely to happen. One is like what I hope to happen, and what is most likely to happen. What is most likely to happen is that Ellie is just going to like keep interacting with Rio, and then being suspicious as fuck, and then like she's on the side of Race, or however the fuck you say his name, and like they have to battle Ellie. That's like the most likely to happen.
Yeah.
What I want to happen though is for somehow Ellie, Rio, and Sora to make a connection that makes Ellie betray, or quote unquote betray, because it's not necessarily betrayal. Like turn sides against Race.
But like,
that's what I hope happens. But it's like,
yeah. Especially since we know, since we know Ellie is old, I guess we would assume that Rice is also very old. I would say there isn't any foreshadowing. There's never any dialogue in their conversations where I assume them to like be very close comrades in a sense that they have lived a long time interacting with each other. So even if you say you would like it to happen, it's heavily
it's highly doubtful.
Yeah.
That's why I said one is like the more likely to happen by a long shot.
Yeah. And I assume the one would be fighting it. It's not Rio. It would be Sora. It's
probably.
Since I assume
it would be like a mashup. Like if I were like to say like a final quote unquote final battle scenario, I would think it's like the Mansion Girls, Rio, Aisha, Celia, and Miharu up against Race, the last living members of the fucking the mercenary group.
Yeah.
Ellie, and then the two heroes they have on their side. That's what I like envision.
Yeah.
As of right now, I would say.
Yeah. But like, I assume it would not be that, since I doubt the series is ending soon.
No, I doubt it's ending soon.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling like a whole bunch of like battles are gonna come at
probably like
more soon.
It's not really like a final battle scenario, more like the final battle of this arc.
Yeah.
So we talking about battles. We should talk about the Ice Hero. I forgot his name because he's that fucking forgettable.
Reiji.
Oh, okay. Wow, you still remember that motherfucker's name.
Yeah, because I was thinking about him a lot.
So, do you think he's dead? Well,
if he's not dead, he's dying soon.
Okay, now that I think about it, it's very...
Or like he's gonna be put out of commission. I should say.
Yeah.
And not like death.
Yeah.
Because we realize that the only reason that Reiji has to help Race is because the woman he loves is in his possession.
And I honestly that basically almost the same as Takatrash. Now that I think about it. But yeah, when it comes to okay, my mind was malfunctioning because I just realized I was being contradictory, since I doubt like an ass whooping with Rio would kill him, since he's a hero and all. Oh my god! Even now, holy shit! My brain is just malfunctioning. But yeah, Ice Hero is either gonna be out of commission or ready to fight once Rice tells him to like fight Rio and all. But like, it's probably gonna be a 2-on-1, if I'm being honest. Like similar to the Alfred, if I remember correctly, like the Knight of Beltrum. Is that his name?
I don't remember.
Like the one he fought in Volume 5 and Volume 12. Like, you know the two on one tag between like him and the other hero, Rui?
Yeah.
Like the 2-on-1? I think it would be similar to that.
Oh yeah, the king's sword.
Yeah, the King's Sword. I'll just call him out.
Rui, I have a feeling Rui has no reason to fight anything.
Yeah, but like he would be forced to, since rice and all. It's always rice. It's always rice. I swear to God. Just like Alice, everything. Just indirectly or directly revolves around that man. Us?
I don't know where we're going from here. Next volume, like after the fight that's gonna happen, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't know what to think.
Yeah. Like last. So last.
'Cause, like Celia, I don't know how long it's been since Celia's worked on the mask.
Yeah.
But she needs to figure out something fast because like she's cracking it down. Like she's almost done.
Yeah.
Based off of like what we've seen.
Yeah.
So like maybe this volume will be like her finishing the formulas for the mask.
Yeah, and like I assume like by the end, what you call this, Celia would just expand on her magic, and just like as you can see, like oh yeah, we forgot about Celia. Like even though she had like a somewhat role similar to like Rio, and
she was pretty minor role.
Yeah, but like I still remember her events. Like she was training with Goki with the sword.
Yep, Goki.
So when it comes to Celia, she is training alongside cracking the mess, in the sense that reverse engineering. Then alongside that, Celia is also just taking care of things in the kingdom and all, as like the representative of like this what did they call it again? Like the one that Christina and Flora is in. Like what organization?
Belmute Kingdom or some shit. The Restoration.
Yeah, the Restoration. Honestly, if I'm being honest, Celia is just working overtime. I would assume she would have more roles in store for her, and yeah, until we get a preview of the cover, we have no idea. Nothing. Literally nothing, as always.
Well, the cover came out like a month ago for Volume 24, like almost a month ago.
Yeah, but
or more than a month ago, actually.
I mean, I'm referring to like Volume 25. Like we will only.
I'd expect like if it's a January release, we might get a December preview.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a Christmas gift, and it's a preview for Volume 27.
Yeah, but 27, 25, bro. I guess that's it.
Yeah.